Mark today in your calendar because this has to be the craziest blind we're going to do in 2023 in Trenton. I'm not real happy about it.
I know you like higher proof stuff.
Oh,
and I know that you just came down from a cold. So what better way to kind of flush out the sinuses, flush out your system than to try a little bit of a blind with
Trenton.
stuff that is 140 proof or higher. So HAZMAT. So I figured this would be a great way to get you back up and going. I know you're not fully at 100%.
So you're just trying to make sure I'm nice and prepped for Friday's live stream. I'm not going to miss that one, right? That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make sure it's happening.
Well, so what you have to do too is make sure that you don't drink really a whole lot, because this might do a little something to your palate. But we got to make sure that you're feeling good for the live stream.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into this in a little bit. We'll see how this goes. As you all folks know, I'm kind of not that real high proof guy. I know there's some rich flavors. I know all about this stuff, but 130, you get in that range. And now Trenton's got, I think all these are 140 and above, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so a HAZMAT is 140 proof or higher. You're welcome.
Oh, man. And, of course, my lovely wife poured all these. I have an idea of probably what might be in these glasses. Oh, sorry, honey. She's motioning my glasses around the bar tub. Sorry about that, sir.
There you go.
I have an idea what bottles might be in this blind, but of course I have no idea what's in each glass.
So what's in the blind? I'm just going to tell everybody what we got in the glasses, because like our usual Friday blinds, we know what's in the blind. We don't know what's in the glasses. So we have Jack Daniel's Coy Hill. Now these aren't all bourbons, but we got Jack Daniel's Coy Hill. We have Jacob's Pardon 18 year. I just picked that up a couple weeks ago. And it's 142 something proof. The Coy Hill is yours. My Coy Hill is 145.5 proof. It's the highest one, but we're using yours. I think it's 142.3.
I've never sipped that. Well, that's not true. I had a tiny little sip, but it's mostly over ice.
Until
I
today.
Can't do it over ice.
We have. I don't even actually know. It's called Old Whip Van Winkle. It's a pick from.
It's New Holland.
New Holland. Yes, and it was gifted to us by Gary. As a thank you earlier. I think it was earlier this year or last winter.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of ways ago, and I'm astounded that you remembered a name.
Yeah. Oh, I try to remember people's names. I'm a little bit sharp still here.
Very
Give me a couple more years.
For sure.
And then we have the Obtainium Light Whiskey. I think it's 70%.
I don't
know. We'll put all this stuff down the bottom like the usual.
Yeah.
But don't miss tonight's live stream.
Yep.
At 8 p.m. Central.
Yep.
I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Kurt's hair's going.
It is.
And it's only.
I've let it grow. I probably haven't had a haircut in 6-7 weeks. Probably.
Yeah, a little bit longer. Mom's thrilled. I got you a hat for afterwards. Don't worry. So you'll be looking good. But
okay.
Let's
dig into this, I guess. And I didn't prep or anything. I had zero alcohol of any kind before this.
This is your
blind.
first
so
pour today.
First sip of the day.
Oh, that's not going to go.
Is going to be a killer.
Did you eat earlier?
Of course I did.
I did not.
When you told me that, I absolutely did. Especially when you told me this is what we're going to be filming this evening.
Yeah, I did. I did not eat anything, so we're going to be feeling pretty good. We got pretzels over there.
Luckily, he lives 5 minutes away. I might have to drive him home.
It'll be fine. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, right off the bat, there's clearly some color differences.
Definitely some color differences, yeah. But
that's the reason I hid the bottles.
You did? Of course you did. Why would I even think any different? I don't think at this point I even look for bottles because it's it's a moot point. It's like she's going to hide them somewhere. Okay, it smells good.
I mean, that is
I will
just
say that. It smells great.
This has to be a Yankee candle needs to get on this and put this in a candle. I'd buy it.
This is true, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that Yankee candle's a little bit overpriced, but it's so...
It's caramely. It's caramelicious. It's a little brown sugar. Sweetness. Cinnabon.
Ooh,
action going on in there.
Yeah. I honestly have never really been more pleased with the smell.
Yeah.
From at least an alcohol before.
I will give it that credit so far. I am really nervous about this.
It'll be fine.
You okay? My God, dude. Babe, holy cow.
I can feel that like going down my is this my esophagus still? What's in here? My intestines? I can't feel it going down my intestines. That'd probably burn.
Esophagus. All right. Do you ever eat that candy Pop Rocks?
Yeah.
When I first put it in my mouth, I swear to you, I could hear it going. I mean, it was that the alcohol
eating
was
away
just.
your tongue?
Yeah, I think it was.
Do we have any Pop
It
Rocks?
almost seemed like Pop Rocks in my mouth.
We should put Pop Rocks in a bourbon sometime and just kind of try it out.
We should put different candies in different bourbons. Check it out.
That's a good idea. I love it. Skittles. Sour Skittles?
Yeah, you could have. I know
You put sour
could have
Skittles in rare breed. You got that sour on sour. Ooh, that's what we're gonna do that.
It's gonna happen. The candy show. We gotta do it. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with one sip there. It was very good. I really felt that the flavors pretty much matched the nose. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's
If you've ever seen a
a
dog
killer.
eat
It's
peanut
just a
butter,
killer.
and afterwards they're like, like I'm doing that, like the roof of I'm salivating hardcore.
When Mo used to eat that, when Mo used to go after that Kong
Oh yeah,
with the peanut butter in it.
yeah. He was
Right.
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. You know that's gonna be a meme
Please don't.
for sure. All right, bub.
I mean, all things considered, it's not bad.
You know, the flavor is very nice. I mean, it is. I can't deny that, but boy, wow.
Phew.
What a sip. Ooh, we're getting down there. We're digging into some coffee notes and we're digging into some molasses note.
It smells like a gymnasium.
Coffee, molasses, gymnasium. That's
Yeah.
something I would think of.
Yeah, if you spilled coffee on a gym floor, it's just got that like rubber shoe kind of vibe going on in there.
Okay.
I mean, it does.
Hey. I guess.
Kind of earthy smelling too.
Yeah, it is a little bit. It is a little bit. That's where the like the burnt coffee grains is what I'm kind of getting in there.
I just had to,
Maybe
like,
some
squint.
severely deep. What's that chocolate, honey? The all natural stuff that really, when you look at it, it says chocolate, but if you taste it, it's like that's not really that good.
Like that 99% cacao from
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Deli or something. Yeah.
Something like that in here.
Holy cow, that's delicious. I like that. It does. It's got a little bit of that coffee still, but it's like this really deep pruniness or something. I just finished Suits. Have you seen Suits?
No, I don't think I own a suit. I have a sport coat.
It's a lawyer show.
Oh, okay.
If Lewis was making a pruny, this is kind of what I would imagine it would taste like. Like it's such a rich profile going on. Are you gonna finish that whole water? You think?
Oh, without one. Oh, yeah. I put a second one in the fridge just in case. Yeah, there's no doubt. It didn't burn the tongue as much as the first one did, but I'm sure that was the first sip. But it was extremely hot going down the palate. I mean, just going down that gullet was fire.
Gullet.
It was rough, brother. It was rough.
It's so Rickhousey. Now it kind of smells like a cigarette for some reason. Like a cigarette butt. Look, I used to work at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I had to empty out those ashtrays that people would like stick an ashtray and then they'd put like a gummy bear in there for some reason.
Yeah.
It kind of smells like a cigarette butt. If you were to smoke by a Rick House, don't do that. It'll erupt in flames. But
Sorry, I don't get any of that.
no,
You're on a planet all to yourself, my
I usually am.
Did you first say it was good?
It is good. Yeah.
Well, then you put cigarette butt.
That's not good to you, is it? Mate?
Not good.
That's disgusting.
It almost reminds me of a cognac finished bourbon.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm getting some on the very back end of the palate. There's definitely a little bit more of a raw wood note.
Yeah, I think that's
To
like
it.
the Rickhousey thing that I'm getting.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more, not a nice developed oak note, but kind of like a little sawdust note.
We went to like this little event at a cigar club in Chicago, and it kind of reminds me of like I don't smoke cigars, Kurt doesn't smoke cigars, but it people are talking to you and they're huffing a bunch of smoke right in your face. It kind of reminds me of that. Like I got secondhand taste from the cigars, not secondhand smoke.
Yeah, so kind of like a good old cigar batch. Type whiskey.
If this was like a Joseph Magnus,
I can kind of see that.
If this was a Joseph Magnus cigar blend HAZMAT, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I can see your point. All right, C. Boy, I can't wait for another new sip.
We're doing this next weekend too. I have a different set of 4.
Oh, bro.
We actually have 5.
No,
I'm
absolutely
just kidding.
not. The battle of the hazmats.
Yeah.
You want to kill me?
That'll be the Bourbon Madness next year.
No,
HAZMAT.
oh please no.
Oh,
See, I knew that was coming from you for sure.
I haven't even eaten anything. That's probably
That stuff gets stuck up in you.
I guess it does.
Yeah.
It smells dusty.
Yes, it does. It smells old. Yep.
It smells like when I go to and I think we've talked about this before, and it was a whole thing because you mentioned melons and everything. But it smells like if you were picking up a cantaloupe at a grocery store to see if it's kind of bad, but it smells almost off, like funky.
So you're telling me that you smell your cantaloupes at the store?
Yes. You have to.
Very interesting. You do, honey?
Yeah.
I never have.
Have you ever bought a cantaloupe from the store?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah. See why not? Sure. Yeah. Of course it was.
This is more flat on the nose. It's not like a.
There's so many roads I could go down. I just won't. I refuse.
Well, I'm sure we'll get off kilter on the live
stream. Drinking more of this stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different. It's a little bit sweet and sour too on the nose.
Ooh, goodness.
To me, the palate's better than the nose.
I like the nose better than the palate.
Do you?
It's really like oddly sour.
Okay, I got a little bit of that sweet and sour on the nose, but so I could get that.
So I don't usually like the sweet sour combo. Like I never got the sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's with my nugs. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
It I don't know that I'm a big fan of this one.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit earthy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Doesn't a lot of those sweet tones does not come through, but I really wasn't enjoying the nose a whole lot either, to tell you the truth. So I just thought the palate was a little bit better than the nose.
Second sip, it's not as bad as the first, but I love a good bad smell.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the smell better than the taste of this one, at least.
Yeah, I might be opposite on that, but it doesn't. Right now, it's not ranking that high in the flight that we have in front of us.
I'm
Alrighty.
gonna get some water there too. Jeez.
Wow.
I haven't eaten anything.
No, this is different.
Oh, butterscotchy.
Mm-hmm. Now, right up front, though, I got a little bit of that pink thinner type turpentine type thing, but then and it's not heavy on the alcohol, on the vapors or the aromas, but it's just got that little bit. But then it digs deep. It digs right back into the sweeter notes, like you're saying.
With this one, it's pretty sweet. I don't get a whole lot. I do get quite a bit of ethanol, like you said. Vaguely like that. There's like this orange citrusy jelly paint thinner. It smells like that.
Yeah.
But past that, sweet. Not a whole lot else going on.
Yeah.
So this doesn't really drink like a HAZMAT. It drinks higher proof, I guess like 125-ish.
Yep.
But it doesn't really drink like in similarity with these.
I don't know, man. That's killing me. Right
Is
now.
it?
Yeah. At first, I was going along with you, but right now, if I don't have a sip of water here real quick, I think my tongue is going to literally combust.
Oh.
What do you think of the flavor, though? I thought it was sweet, like caramel, Not a lot of depth. There's not a lot going on in there, but it's sweet and confectionery,
Yeah.
kind of. So, kind of where I'm at with that one. So that's a tough call. So I'm gonna let you pull out your first glass.
Well, let me take a sip here before I start salivating.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take too many sips. I'm just not.
So for me, up to this point, C was my least favorite, but because C has like a little bit more of a flavory, it's not as flat as D is.
Okay.
D is really nice. It's really sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
you could definitely tell that there's some proof to that.
Yep.
But for me, D would be last.
Okay. Well, for me, honey, then I'm gonna have to go with C as being last myself. But I can follow that right up right now and tell you that D would be next in line for me. So I figured that was going to happen. That's
Yeah,
just
the opposite.
flip-flopped a little bit. So I'm going to put D in third place because I thought it was confectionery with some caramel a little bit. This is a little bit pretty earthy and,
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I don't know
Wait,
what it.
repeat what you're doing.
Trenton's last place would be D. His third place will be C. And the only difference for me, honey, is it's opposite. So my last place is C, and then my third place is D.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah, I went through that pretty good for drinking 140 proof.
Yeah. Especially your first sip of the day. I don't know what it is, but like something about borderline mildewy type profiles. I kind of like.
Don't hate them, huh?
Yeah. It's.
That's all right.
I don't know what it is.
Hey,
But
it's your
to
palate,
each their own,
your
right?
choice. Your palate, your choice. That's what I say. All right, now I'm going to have to re-sip 1 and 2, A and B. I'm sorry, just because I'm going to have to. I'm going to decide which one is.
I'm surprised you're
is
going
my-
down that
I
route.
have to because
Doing your
you
due
know,
diligence.
I am. That's all I'm doing. I know my score was pretty close, but I do have one of these lesser than the others. But I do want to give it another go just to be sure.
I don't know if I'm used to it now, but A drinks not as bad as it did on the initial go around. It's still like I can still kind of feel it travel down whatever this part of my body is.
Yeah. Yeah, but my tongue's not combusting with that sip, so
Yeah.
I can understand that a little bit.
So I don't know.
Still, this one's a little bit more on the lighter profile for me, but I like it. I do like it. It's sweet.
B kind of reminds me almost of like an American single malt on the nose. Like
Really?
it's got, usually with American single malts, I get this like coffee type, kind of like a burnt coffee grain or like a burnt coffee bean, excuse me. And it kind of reminds me of an American single malt that's higher proof.
Now that thing really got stronger in the aromas, and it's pretty pungent now,
Yeah.
more than it was before.
All right, I got mine.
Okay. Wow. Man, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can't believe you are either. I'm proud of you.
Okay. Go ahead, bud.
You want me to go?
Yeah, because I got to have a drink of water. Wow.
All right, well, my second place is going to be B.
Huh.
And my first place is going to be A.
I'm shocked.
Oh, I went this way.
You did?
Yeah, that's my whole lineup.
Yeah, and I second time around, for me, B just kind of, it went to some real funky notes there. Kind of a funky taste to it.
Yeah.
Maybe a different day, different time. I might like it better, but I'm also have to go with that as second place. And I'm going to have to go with A as in first place. A is just a little bit more of the, quintessential nice caramel and sweet type notes. And
Well, so I don't know about you, but like with B, I just got the Foursquare Covington
okay.
this year's.
Yeah, that 15-year.
I think it was 18.
18. Holy
I think it's the
cow.
oldest they ever did.
Wow.
And don't get me wrong, I liked it, but it was like too rich for me. Like it was very dense flavors. And
I
it
could
was
imagine
like,
for a rum like that.
Yeah, it was
for
like
a rum sitting in a ex-bourbon barrel for 18 years.
It was a lot. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but that's like something where I might even have a half an ounce to an ounce and I'm done for a while. It was really rich.
Wow.
And it kind of reminds me of B.
Yeah.
So that's why that was second for me.
Yeah.
But still good,
Yep.
but just little goes a long way.
Yep. All right. Well,
Am I starting?
whew, thank God that's over with.
He took it for the team today, so I'll yep.
All right. Curtis, your last
Woo.
place.
Yeah, honey. What you got?
Jack.
Wow. Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that.
I wouldn't have either.
No, I wouldn't have either. So that's the Coy
Wow.
Hill, and I do enjoy the Coy Hill over ice on occasion. But maybe neat just isn't my thing.
Well, here's sorry. This is going for like outrageous amounts on secondary right now.
Really?
Like $700. And I do not understand. I get it, it's a hazmat. Hazmats are cool to have. There's a lot you can do with it. If you're not a big fan, this is actually 140.1 proof, so it's like just over the cusp.
Okay.
You can mix this with water to your heart's desire, and you end up getting a little bit more out of it when you mix
Okay.
it with water. But
Yeah, well, I enjoy it over ice at times, yeah.
so this was my third.
I'm a little surprised by that. That's his
Okay.
third, yeah.
Yeah.
So my fourth then, honey, or my third, I'm sorry, would have been D, right?
Oh,
And that I don't know a whole lot about. My friend Stuart helped me get this bottle. And this is a pick.
it is a pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pick. Liquors of Ocala, Florida. Obtainium. This is an Obtainium bottle, light whiskey. Don't know
All
much
right.
about it. 42.2 proof.
That's coming out of Cat's Eye Distillery
Yeah.
in Iowa. We're actually doing a pick with them next
It's
year.
aged 16 years in a used charred oak barrel.
There you go.
Yeah, so I mean, it was all right, right, Trent? I mean, there's nothing bad there at all. I pulled it out as my third place just because it was just kind of a one-noter, but sweet.
I didn't realize this says distilled in Indiana, so this is probably Hazmat MGP.
Is that right?
Yeah, interesting.
Now you know.
Cool beans. All right.
All right. You both agreed on
Yeah, our top two,
your
right?
second place.
Yeah, we did.
Second place.
Oh, that's
Gary.
Wow, hon, I'm surprised because
Oh, this is an 8-year, by the way. I didn't.
that's a good bottle.
Yeah, this is coming out of New Holland. This is their single barrel. This is actually a wheat whiskey.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part. This is 142.3 proof. 8-year-old.
Yeah,
So that means Jacob's Pardon
and I've never had it.
is
Ever.
number one. Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was gonna come in last.
Jacob's Pardon. I've never even seen it. It's 142.7 proof, 18 year.
So that's also the hottest one by a small margin. That's also the hottest one.
Yeah. Well, if you'd asked my lineup before this started, now that I see everything on here, I would have thought these two would have fought it out for first and second.
That's
because I've had a little bit of this and I thought it was
Yeah.
really good. I would have had no clue here, so these two would have been third and fourth. That's
where
what
I
I
would
would've
have
thought.
gone.
but
And
kinda
I've
surprised.
had some stuff from Cat's Eye, like their Nassif Reserve 107 proof. It's very good. So I'm kind of familiar with some of their stuff. I know that I'm pretty sure they source at least for stuff like this. But the first time I've had Jacob's Pardon, I'm kind of surprised that came in first. But
wait,
What
now
you gonna
know. Now you know.
that was, I think, $180. So
Wow.
it's 10-year per year, but it's also a hazmat, which I don't know, I thought it was pretty good. I'm not disappointed with the purchase. I'll say that.
Do you know anything about the prices on these type of things here? This obtaining?
It
type
depends.
thing? I
I've
don't
seen
know.
those. I've seen those kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'm not entirely sure. But
All right. Well, I have to say, I usually always say that was a lot of fun,
you
but
didn't have fun.
it was a hard one. It was tough on me, I have to say.
You going to bed after
That's
this?
it's a good possibility. It might be one TV showing out for me tonight, pal.
What are you watching? Food Network,
No idea.
King of Queens.
Possibly.
We might watch K9 Cali again. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we did watch that last night. Yeah.
Is that like Coco Melon?
No, it's a dog trainer.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys should watch Suits. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. You never know. All right, that's all I got for you today. Thank God that's over, and I truly would rather never do
My
that
lungs.
again. So I hope you enjoyed it at least. And as always, we ask you to please drink responsibly, more responsible than we did here this evening.
Don't miss us tonight at 8
Yeah.
p.m. Central. It's going to be a good time.
Don't. These will not be on the bar top tonight. I promise you that. All right. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.